Dawg, this is Garo Attacks Our Darker Purpose. Hey, I know what you're thinking. Whoa, you started 2 series in the course of a couple days? Yeah, dude. This was my intention right from the beginning. After a month of Isaac, I would start 2 series, but I wouldn't update those daily. I'd update one day and the other day. So it's gonna be like on and off these ones, mostly because these games aren't too popular. So I was just trying to gauge, people's reactions to them and stuff before I make these into like a regular thing. But otherwise, I'm still here to let you guys know how to best beat things as fast as possible. Attack them per se. So here we are playing Our Darker Purpose. I've put in 1836 hours in this game. I don't know, something like that. But I decided to delete my save pile because I'm a dummy and I like doing stuff like that, and start a new game. So let's start it off. I'm not gonna read any of this text only because it's not gonna change anything. You know what? Yeah, I'll read the text. Fuck it. Only when it's pertinent though, because it repeats a lot of the same text over and over again. So let's read this real quick then, since we're starting off. The waking floors. Elderly Mr. L trusted 3 of his students most. Sorry, thrusted. Regan was pretty, and all did as she told, for they sought her favor. Goneril was strong, and all did as she told, for they feared her power. The third, Cordy, was so shy that no one had ever heard her say a word. One day before Cordy's 9th birthday, Mr. L was summoned to the administrator's office. He left the 3 in control of the room. The charismatic children ran to Regan, the athletic to Goneril, and the remainder drifted to Cordy. Regan's followers cackled as they joked and danced. Goneril's grunted as they sparred, and the quiet ones huddled closer to the corner, and Mr. L never came back. And Cordy saw Goneril and Regal signal each other. And then all the beautiful and powerful children attacked the quiet ones. The bookcases were pulled down and the desks tossed about, and all the quiet children killed. The victors poured out into the hallways, delighted, for the teachers had vanished and the school was theirs. Except, hidden beneath a fallen bookcase, Cordy was alive. She had discovered how to speak. What an odd story. It ends quickly and badly, I'm sure. True that. So here we are. It's another sort of top-down. It's like on the side, sort of, kind of. It's like Isaac. Basically, you move around with WASD, shoot the arrow keys, same as anything. Q is used for health potions only, and space is used to do tactical rolls. There you go. This is actually a very important tactic we gotta use if we want to win the game, pretty much. And escape is for the options. Hit C for our character sheet. We see all our perks, lessons, and items here. I'll tell you what that means once we get all that stuff situated. And then you hit tab to turn on and off the map, and we also use the mouse to move around the map so we can see shit better. Basically, I'm gonna move it up to that corner right there. Okay, and here's a typical room here. Enemies and obstacles coming at us, and wow, we already found the boss door right here. But instead of going there, I'm just gonna try and fight more dudes, see if I can't level up, because in this top-down twin-stick shooter, yes, there are items, but there's also a leveling up system. As you can see, we're doing damage here every time we hit enemies. It's a little bit random each time, but we also get experience every time we kill them. For the first level, I believe it's just like a 500 experience. It's very easy to do. So usually on the first floor, you can. Oh wow! Oh fuck! You can usually successfully. Oh, that was lucky of me. Successfully go to the first level without too much trouble. Also on this first floor is the enemies only do 5 damage as opposed to their regular 7 that they do in future floors and whatnot. Oh, hold on once. Hey there again, guys. Sorry, I just had to pause the Oh, pause the game real quick because my roommate just straight up came into my room trying to sneak her way in. But she wanted to borrow my girlfriend's copy of How to Train Your Dragon for Blu-ray so she can watch it with her friend over in the next room. Anyways, here we go. Boom. This is our first instance of a vending machine. We hit F to interact with certain things in the game. Hit F to interact with this, and we have 9 coins? Oh yeah, that's right, because we got 8 here and then a couple other stuff elsewhere. We can gain items down here. We can gain juice boxes. These are health potions up here. And sometimes there's chalk, or other times there's disquieting or empowering juice box empowering items. Every time you buy one of these, instead of healing 20 HP, it heals like 5 more HP each time. So if I bought this, my 3 juice boxes would each heal 25 HP instead of just 20. So it's an interesting thing to think about when you're buying stuff. I could buy this. This is a spacebar item. It goes, well, not a spacebar item. It's a on-use item, which here is, instead of the spacebar, it's on the E button. So every time you press E, it slows enemies for 2 seconds. I think it does it once per room. It's pretty cool. But I'm going to try and get this merit item here. Merit items are sort of like what's it called? Permanent stat upgrades, but only if you do a certain cool thing. Like this one, it says 12 kills in a row without rolling awards 20 plus 20% resistance, which is really good. So I'm going to try and get that. So let's head on out of here. Let's see if I can't get like 6 more coins throughout the course of this floor. Maybe I can, maybe I can't. Who knows? I don't know. So let's go down here. Oh snap! Oh snap! There's 4 right there. When I said there's a lot of obstacles, well, I didn't say there's a lot of obstacles in this game, but now I'm gonna say it because it's totally true. There's a lot of obstacles in this game. Fuck. And especially on this first floor, it's okay to take damage because, you know, not a lot of the enemies do too much damage. It's not like in Isaac where there's the loss, you get hit once, you die. There's no like character in this game that you're going to expect to just not take any damage throughout the whole game. So let's figure out, this is what happens when we level up. We get perks. Choose a book to read. It's either the Haste Land. These are all like, parodies of actual books out there in the world. If you ever want to pick them up, most of them are pretty good. This is called the Haste Land. Your cowardice has manifested physically. The administrators. Those are quotes down there by the administrators about your book choice that you choose to read. This one gives you plus 20 base move speed, so you run away faster. So it's funny. And this one is interesting. Gives us plus 10% attack speed. As I lay dying, I get stronger. Plus 10% attack speed. That's like tiers here. And bonus, it does. There's a bonus on this one because you deal 30% more damage when I'm below 20% life, which is risky, but it's basically a double bonus, a double like stat upgrade depending on where my health is. And the quote says, "It's 5 extra seconds of life. Use them to reflect on your failings." The administrators. I can't help but think that's actually quite true. But you know what? I'm going to take the base move speed here. It's going to help us run away and dodge from enemies faster. So let's do that. Not to mention, I'm going to use a juice potion so I can pick this one up. Not to mention, I'm going to pick this guy up. Every time, this is a cool thing in this game. Every time you beat a champion, enemy, that's what that was, a stronger type of enemy that has more health and does more damage, but it has more chances to do damage. But every time you beat one of those champions, they definitely drop an item every single time, which is cool. So I like them. So 10% crit chance, word for outstanding mediocrity, the gold star. Okay, good stuff. We ended up doing pretty good for ourselves. I'm going to go back and buy something from the shop. We're at 95 out of 100 health, which is great. Almost full health, which is good for the first floor. Let's okay, we have 13. We didn't get the merit, which sucks. But I could get this student treaty and also pick up a disquieting drop. So let's do that. And in this first game, I just want to pick up as many items as possible, so that I can fill out my item sheet, so we can go for completion, basically. So here's the boss room. You go in here, and you fight this fool, and what you want to do when you're fighting Frothy the Dragon is you don't want to take even a single hit of damage from him. I'll tell you why once we do that here. If it helps. Oh snap! Oh, that's the wrong button. Yeah. So the chalk is very useful. It's like a bomb. It does a ton of damage, and okay. And as you can see, I use my spacebar item. It doesn't do anything to bosses, unfortunately. But it's really good for just regular rooms, if you're into that. Okay. Okay. So yeah, every time you bring this guy closer to death, he's going to do more and more stuff. Uh-huh. And, yeah, see? He spawns 2 of those instead of 1 now. And getting a little tougher to dodge. Okay. And when he gets real down, he's going to spawn 3 of them, like this. You could do some nice dipsy doodles. Get out of the way. Oh, shit. But really, you just don't want to take damage. So I'm going to do that, and boom! That's why. Every time, playing with fire. Yeah, every time you... I'm going to step out of the room real quick, step back in. Boom. There you go. Get that music out the way. Every time you, you beat a boss in a certain way, you get, you get a, what's it called, a reward for it. Achievement, basically, for beating the boss while doing a different cool thing. Yeah, this is that, the awakening that we read in the beginning. You can see there's 4 different chapters in the game by looking at this, and yeah, the achievement for the awakening is just beating the first chapter, but the achievement playing with fire is defeat Frothy the Dragon without taking damage. So you get 50 credits for that. I'll show you what to do with those credits later on, but it's a good thing we got this right now. Best to get as many achievements as possible as soon as possible. So that's my motto, and so yeah. Let's read about Frothy the Dragon, shall we? There's general disagreement about what exactly went wrong with Frothy the Cardboard Dragon during last year's winter musical. Most believe that the dragon was intended to remain stationary, that it had a relatively minor role in the production, and that red cellophane would have been just as effective as actual fire. Sadly, the enterprising student who originally designed the beast was consumed by his own creation moments before the theater was evacuated. No one knows where the dragon went after leaving the auditorium, or whether it is still somewhere on the grounds. The administrators gleefully described the incident as a remarkable occurrence that stood out in an otherwise unremarkable semester. Yeah, so the administrators suck balls, is what they're trying to tell you. They like killing kids, is what they're trying to tell you. So we finished the floor. Every time we finish a floor, they give us a grade between like A and D. I don't think there's F, but D is the worst grade you can get. F is basically dying, I guess. Boorish, or perhaps we mean boring. Well, it doesn't matter. But depending on how well you do the floor, how much damage you take, basically. I believe the grade is directly related to how much damage you take. But the least day, yeah, it doesn't matter about time or enemies defeated. It's just the damage you take. So the less damage you take, the better your grade is, and the better credits you earn. See, it says the report card bonus down there. It would have been double our base credit bonus if we had gotten an A. But right now we only got 6, which is fine. It's good. I believe if it's C, it's half, and if it's D, you get like nothing. You get 0 report card bonus. But anyways, let's go on. Now, this is interesting. We get to choose our next floor, and both of these floors have different characteristics to them. This is the Lurid Dining Halls of Taciturnity, and this is the Sorrowful Classrooms. The name doesn't really have any bearing except for that it says dining halls, which means cafeteria, and it says classroom, which is classrooms. It says brogs before those in the characteristics line because that's the type of enemies we're going to be fighting. Brogs are like dirty, like uncharismatic ones. The ones they hang out with Cordy, basically. Or would hang out with Cordy if they weren't trying to kill her. But it's the easiest enemies in the game, basically, is what they're trying to tell you. They'll tell you the rewards right underneath it, because there's different things going on here. One is underlit, and one is sensitive. They'll tell us what that means at the very bottom. But let's read about the classroom first off, because the classroom is the easiest characteristic floor room type. Cafeteria would be the next up from that. So let's read about the classroom. The staircase ahead leads to a classroom floor. These spaces represent the heart of Edgewood's mission, which is to instill in students with the values and skills to avoid the mistakes of their predecessors. Recent events have supposedly compromised the quality of a number of classrooms, and complaints concern the integrity of the walls and chalkboards, but the rooms are still more than sufficient to serve their educational purposes. Haha. Now let's read about the cafeteria. The staircase ahead leads to a kitchen floor. This represents the social center of the house, where students gather together to cook and serve each other food. Whether tossing knives to each other to set the table or balancing a cauldron of boiling stew, they approach their tasks with an anxious energy. Shirkers are encouraged to join in by their peers, as none want to risk time in one of the ice boxes. The kitchens, perhaps more than any other area, represent a triumph for Edgewood's values. So that top paragraph tells about the type of room it is. That second paragraph tells what type of enemies you're fighting, which is the brogs. So let's read about the brogs. The steps are littered with rags and scraps of paper, signs of a brog encampment. Chunks of the banister are missing, and someone's been prying up the nails from the floor. Hunger and desperation have driven these students to hunt in packs with improvised weapons. Stay away from the shadows and you'll be fine. We assure you that these are some of the friendliest students at Edgewood. They're not kidding. And finally, let's read about the condition, underlit and sensitive. Okay. Light doesn't travel very far on this floor. At least none of you will have to look at each other. This is a good environment for learning. That means we're going to be earning double XP on this floor. I think it's double, but it's definitely more experience, so we're going to be getting more levels here. Whereas sensitive says a sign tacked on the wall says, due to architectural irregularities, all inhabitants and visitors to this floor are more vulnerable to pain. Probably a hoax. That means both enemies and us take double damage. It's very risky, but obviously the rewards are better when you do it. Except, I'm going to choose to do this one, because one, it's an easier floor, and two, we're going to be leveling up here a bunch, so I get to show you all that. So let's do this then. Sorry about the underlittedness here. Let me see if I can't sound controls. No, keyboard, full screen, debug, resume, start menu. Let's forget. Maybe on the character. No. Okay, so here's the character screen again after we've picked up a few items. Which, if we toggle over with our, we hover over with our mouse, we can see what they say. Disquieting drought, empowers juice muscles. Please do not consume chemicals that would interfere with student maintenance tasks. Okay, and gold star. Next up is the perks. This is for leveling up. It's considered a perk. These are things. And lessons. I forget what lessons are. Perks. Lesson. Oh, lessons! We haven't unlocked those yet. That'll be on our next run. Because it has to be on our next run. So, anyways, let me take the mouse off the screen there. I don't know if you guys can see that, but I can, so it's bothering me at least. What? Oh, okay. It's these guys. These guys are bubble guys. Their bubbles sort of home in, and you can shoot through them. And they do explode after a while, so you don't even have to worry about them too much. But these guys are one of the easiest enemies in the game. But their champion forms, your shots don't actually go through the bubbles. They actually They actually stop on each bubble, which makes it even more difficult. Oh, it's one of these challenge rooms. I like to call these challenge rooms because they're a challenge. It just has a chest in it, and a bunch of traps that are designed to hurt you a lot. But if you can overcome it, then you get an item. Okay. This is an item that destroys all projectiles on use. I don't like it, so I'm going to pick up this one instead. Oh, fuck. Fuck. Okay. We're good now. Alright, let's go back. Okay. This is an example of a room that has no enemies, but a bunch of traps and some money in the middle. Oh, it's... Okay. It's the, trash can guys. I call these the grouches. These guys, for some reason, always, shoot off center of you. They don't even aim directly at you, basically. They aim, like, right underneath you, depending on where you're standing. It's pretty cool. I like doing it. And the coolest thing about spacebar items here is that they're all on cooldown timers. None of them are like... Well, they recharge once you beat a room, but you don't have to beat a room to use it twice in a room. It's you can use it multiple times a room. Some of them just have a ton of cooldown, and there's actually a few items that reduce your cooldown in the game too, so that's pretty cool. So let's open here. We only have 5. We could buy a piece of chalk here, which we don't have any. We could buy a juice box here, which we could use. Or we can save up for either Nevermore Inkwell. It decreases our light radius, which sucks, but our movement is like a lot better. This you get hit a lot with because you barely see what you're going and you go pretty fast. I'd much rather get the Fragile Roly-Poly. This one, we'll address the so-called infestation if and only if the bugs are proven carnivorous. Oh, that's funny. This is it'll teach him how to write only nice, wholesome things. Ah. Alright. But it gives you, there's a few of these fragile items, but they give you like a lot of advantages, like a huge advantage. But if you get hit enough times, then they actually break and you can't use them anymore. This is if you have max dodge when rolling, which I believe max dodge now is 75% instead of 100%, which sucks. But yeah, because I want to be invincible forever. But yeah, I guess it was a good balance to the game. Anyways, but after taking 120 damage points in total, this thing breaks and there's no more dodge interactions. Anyways, enough of that. Hopefully we get to buy it on our way back. But let's just continue. Oh, there's the boss. For some reason in this game, I always feel like, always, that it's always good to clear out a floor before, oh shit. Fucking hell. It's always good to clear out a floor before you fight the boss. I don't know why. I don't know why I dodged right into that too. Fucking hell. I keep dodging right into it. Canny Courtesan. For the what's it called? For the champions, as opposed to the regular enemies, you actually see their thing. Interesting. We go back to our base movement speed, and then we get plus 15 tokens instead. Basically, like in the 2 levels, all we gained was 15 tokens. Reading is an easy chore. Stop complaining, administrators. The Jungle Gym. And great expectations of juice boxes. Plus 15 life. This will give us plus 15 max life, and it'll fill it up for us. And also, enemies are 50% more likely to drop juice boxes. I actually like this one because there's a lot of like synergistic stuff to do with all the level up perks in incorporating the juice boxes. So I like doing this. Tepid, fake, and generally loathsome, just like the juice we serve them. So I'm going to take this, actually. And this guy actually dropped something. I've actually never seen this. It's been a while since I played, so there's got to be like a bunch of new items. But I've never seen this one. What's this do? Bosses occasionally come with a bonus tokens. Pleasantly metallic taste trigger. Sweet loot. What? Come with bonus tokens? I'm not sure I understand what that means. Oh, fuck. Spider desks. Spider desks. Does whatever a spider desk does. Okay, this guy's right here. Oh. Okay, doors are open, which means I'll take these guys. Nothing down here, right? Yeah, nothing down here. No more coinage. Oh, get the fudge out. What? Alright. Alright, get out of here. Oh, wow. Alright, now we go up. And how much coinage do we have left? 8. So I can get an Evermore Inkwell, but shit. I think it's just better to buy a juice box here. I would like to get it sometime where it's not completely dark. So sorry about that, guys. We're not gonna get a certain item. Ooh, okay. This is a box of nice things. This is interesting right here. Okay, so it does slow down these fools. Not the actual boss, though. Like I said, the box of nice things doesn't actually work. Sorry, the spacebar items in this don't actually work. Don't actually work on bosses most of the time. So let's go ahead. Okay, so that's one of the enemies that the box of nice things spawns. Interesting boss fight. The cool thing about all these boss fights are they're all like unique and different, and there's 100 different tactics you can use to beat each one. I'm gonna go ahead and use our last juice, no, not our last juice box. That one's called the Congratulator. The reason I'm not killing it, even though when I kill it, it'll just straight up go away, is because I should be rolling around. It's been, like I said, it's been a really long time since I played this game. All right, I'm gonna use my last juice box now. The reason I'm not killing it is because if I kill the fucking box of nice things while all of his presents are still on the field, then yeah, let's use that. Slow everything down. Ah, fuck. Come on. If I kill the box of nice things while there's still all 4 enemies on the screen, then he then I... Oh, fuck. Then, I get a cool... Fuck. I do a thing and things happen and... Fuck. I beat the challenge for killing it. Whatever. It's fine. We did pretty good on our first go around. This is our upgrades screen right here. This is where we get all our upgrades. This is our class schedule right here. This is where we get all of our lessons that I showed you. We don't have any unlocked because we haven't unlocked any through our play. So, am I seriously getting like 3 frames a second here? This is fucking weird as fuck. Anyways, nothing's going on in the game, you know? This is weird. But anyways, this is our counselor, lifeless scarecrow. Sits expectantly at the counselor's desk. Its impassive gaze offers little in terms of actual guidance, much like a real counselor, guidance counselor in a school. This is our item log. These are all the items we picked up. I kind of wish we picked up the inkwell now that I'm thinking about it, but whatever. And these are our stats. How many, like, all of our stats basically. Anyways, let's go to this counselor and let's leave her some credits here. Boom, there's 25. Credits vanish in a flash of light inside that jar. The counselor seems to expect more. Interesting. Leave 25 more in the jar? Sure. And this is how we get our first upgrade. Starting juice box inventory increased. Now instead of 3, we have 4 juice boxes in our inventory. Isn't that special? And it's going to be one of those types of games where the first run through you really can't beat it unless you're super lucky, and And even if you beat it, you only beat the first chapter, like, you only fight Mom, whereas, you know, once you beat Mom, you have to start all over again and then beat Mom's heart. Same thing here. Once you finish chapter 1, it ends the game, and then you have to restart it and try to beat chapter 2. So I'm going to try to do that on the next episode, but I think we did some pretty good stuff here. So we at least got the first upgrade. Incremental progress is still progress. So I'll see you guys in the next episode of Garo Attacks Our Darker Purpose. I hope you like it, because I like this game. I think it's pretty cool, and I like all the mystery and the achievement hunting and all the, you know, cool little dark parts of it, and all the cool things that we get to discover and stuff and unlock. And I hope you guys stick with me as I do this series. Alright, love you. Catch you later. Peace out.